So read it again for the sister.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
It said if we don't listen to the voice of the Lord thy God, then what was going to happen to our people? Read.
To observe to do all his commandments.
There you go. You hear that point again? That key point. To be spiritual is to do what, sis? To keep the commandments, right? You said, when I asked you the question, you said you do love God, right?
Yeah.
So, okay. So, you knowing, how old are you? May I ask? I'm sorry. 40? Okay. So, you've been around. You know something. You're older than me. So, if you love God, what are the requirements that you have been taught to love God?
First of all, I feel like God is in me and outside of me. And the black man is the God and the black woman is the goddess.
Okay, let's slow down. Okay, I got you. No, I'm talking about the requirements. You say you love God. What are the requirements to show forth your action? Because if you love someone, it's an action, right? You do things for them. You cook them. You take care of your kids.
Helping out when I can.
Okay.
The less fortunate who has without. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Less with what I have, and if I have it, to give, to help out, a helping hand, positivity.
Okay, so good deeds is what you're saying. Okay, I got you. So we're going to give you the definition of what the Bible says love is according to the Bible, okay? And you let me know if this is accurate, right? How do you feel about it? Read that.
The book of 1 John, chapter 5 and verse 3. No. For this is the love of God.
For this is the love of God, right? Read.
That we keep his commandments.
Do you agree with that? That's important, right? So, do they teach you this in the church? Do they teach you loving God is you taking the action upon yourself to actually take heed to his commandments?
Right.
Do you agree with that?
Actually, I don't even go to church.
Okay.
I'm not religious, I'm spiritual.
All right. So, but right there, that's another thing. It says for you to be spiritual, what do you have to do? It says if you love God, you got to keep the commandments, right? The commandments are spiritual. For instance, let me show you something. Deuteronomy 20:25. Let me show you something real quick. Let me show you a law, right? Let me show you a law. And this one, I'm going to show you how it's spiritual, right? Read that.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22 and verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
Now, why do you think the Bible's telling a woman not to wear something that pertains to a man? Right? What pertains to a man, first and foremost? Let's get that.
I don't know. I got a lot on my mind right now. I'm trying to tune in and fully focus on you, but I got a lot.
Okay, we're going to take it slow. Right? Because you said you're spiritual, right? I'm going to show you. Read it there. Deuteronomy 22:5.
Deuteronomy chapter 22 and verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man. Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
So, for instance, if a man was to put on a dress, what kind of spirit is on that man? It brings a spirit of what? No, it's feminine. It's feminine. Like you see, homosexuality, you got drag queens. When they put that stuff on, how do they act? Like a woman. So, like you said, the laws are spiritual, right? So, to keep the commandments, that shows that you're in tune with God. Because the commandments are spiritual. Like you said, when those drag queens, when those homosexualities, or like they say, dykes is what they call them, when they put those manly clothes on, they act as what they're trying to be. They come with a feminine spirit, they come with a masculine spirit. So the commandments of God are spiritual. So if you're a spiritual being, like you said, I'm spiritual, you got to be keeping the commandments of God to be in tune with God. You understand? But first, the reason why we don't know that is because, may I ask, what is your nationality?
What's my nationality?
Yeah, what's your nationality?
I'm not black, I'm Indian.
Okay, so you say you're Indian. So come over here, you look at this 12 tribe chart, you say you're Indian. So you would be from the tribe of Gad, right? And these are nationalities that are in the Bible, right? These are the 12 tribes of Israel. That's why it's important. That's why I'm talking about the commandments and then you love God, because the world teaches you what? John 3:16. So God loved the world. But God doesn't love everybody. That's a lie. Because, for instance, you said if you love God, you will keep the commandments. So if you're not keeping the commandments, does God love you? No. So there we go. That's how you be spiritual. You make sure you dive into the commandments, as we just went into. The men don't supposed to be wearing dresses, and women don't supposed to be wearing pants, right? That's spiritual. The commandments are spiritual. That's how you connect with God. But where the disconnects come from for our people is we don't know who we are. Right. We don't know that we are God's chosen people. Yeah, we don't know that. So we don't, when we go to church and the pastor tells us you don't got to keep the commandments, we do as the pastor says. Because we don't know our history in the Bible. First and foremost, the commandments were given to us. That's why they tell you it doesn't matter your nationality. It doesn't matter what color Christ was. Because they want to keep you from knowing this information right here. This is the only people that God ever dealt with in the Bible, right?
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
Right? Let's show it in Deuteronomy 76.
Bring it out.
Deuteronomy 76.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, and verse 6. For thou art an holy people.
Right there. Thou art a holy people. We're separate from everybody else. Right? Think about it. Physically, the music, everything about us, we're more superior. But we're at the bottom. Right? Let's read.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen thee.
Has chosen thee. Has chosen thee. But what happened? What happened to our people where we disconnected from the importance of keeping the commandments? Or for one point in time, like you said, we knew that keeping the commandments was a spiritual thing. But the disconnect happens because of what? The curses. The curses came upon us because we broke the commandments of God. Right? Look at Deuteronomy 28. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass.
My bad. Well, what's your name, brother? Where you from? Honduras? All praise. This is about you too. Listen to this. Listen to this.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
What does hearken mean? When it says, if you don't hearken, what does that mean? Sis, stay with me. Stay with me.
I'm talking about my kids. Hold on, I got little babies in the car.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Hearken. Hearken. If someone says you don't hearken, it means to listen, right? So read it again for the sister.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
It said if we don't listen to the voice of the Lord thy God, then what was going to happen to our people? Read.
To observe to do all his commandments.
There you go. You hear that point again? That key point. To be spiritual is to do what, sis? To keep the commandments, right?
Across the earth, the prophets move. From city streets to distant lands, the message is the same. Israel must rise. Through every quest, every journey, the truth spreads. No border can contain it. No distance can silence it. Our nation lives in every moment. In joy, we celebrate marriages. In sorrow, we honor our dead. On the Sabbath, we gather as one. Families rejoicing together, bound by the commandments of God. Yet are we tried. From the stones in Kenya to the hatred in Montana, we endure as a soldier of the Lord. And still, the mission expands. On the airwaves, on the screens, in every nation under heaven, Israel's voice is heard. We build our communities. We raise our children in royalty. We restore what was broken. We clean what was defiled. We show the world who we are. This is Israel united in Christ. Nation in motion. Nation endures.